Welcome to part 2 of my reaction to The Spirit of Radio from Rush. Just listen to that all the way through. A link is in the description below. Yeah, this is such a cool song to start an album off because, again, I'm pretty sure I say this with every single first track on a Rush album. It's familiar, but it's different. And this song had some of the cool grooves. It had the familiar drum patterns. It had all that stuff. But it also had, some different, keyboard kind of stuff going on there, especially at the end, was very noticeable. The way that Geddy Lee sings in this song, too, sounded a little bit different. I don't know. I'd have to listen to it. Yeah, I'd have to listen to it again to really figure out what the sound is. I wonder if it sounds more, maybe a little bit more throaty or open as opposed to kind of, nasally, a little bit higher. I don't know, maybe a little bit more, not at all gruff, but maybe a little bit more edgy, I guess, in that way. Yeah, there's some classic stuff in this song that I think a lot of people probably would recognize, even if they didn't know what it was. Very familiar stuff. And that intro, of course, is pretty much instantly recognizable. Yeah, awesome song. And then there's like this reggae kind of stuff going on there at the end. And the guitar solo, man, once again, Alex's tone absolutely just shines. But here with that wah-wah, man, that thing has some significant top end boost. I mean, there's some pretty good sounding crybabies out there, but that one really just makes that tone all over the place, which is awesome. And then his playing on top of it is just phenomenal. This will probably be a pretty short part too, you guys, because what else can you say about the song? It's like everyone's pretty much familiar with it. So it's not mind-blowing to me. It's, 5 minutes long is all, so there's nothing like outrageous going on. But yeah, it's still cool. There's still transitions and there's still just playing techniques that are, always exciting and pleasurable to listen to. The bass sounds a little toned back. I don't know if it's the tone or the mix or whatever. Seems a little bit toned back from, maybe their last record or even the one before that. It's not as in your face, which is a little bit different, but it's cool. It's, it's a cool progression, and every album's been decidedly Rush, but decidedly different. And that's what I like. I like when bands evolve, but they still stay themselves. And so far, doing these albums in a much shorter time period, obviously, than they were released, doing them within a couple of months, hearing that, and I've touched on that before, it's like, for people that were waiting for these albums to come out back when they were released, it's like, okay, maybe it's been a year or around a year, since the last one. You have these expectations and you're so into the sound of the previous album that now one comes out and you're like, oh, this doesn't sound like Rush. And, there can be some disappointment. I've done that with bands that I've waited and waited and waited, and it's like a new release, and I'm like, what is this? This isn't them, but it grows on you eventually. But doing it this way is really cool because I can hear the progression. I don't have this like set in stone expectation of this is what Rush sounds like. So the newness is very welcome to me, and I actually really enjoy it. Anyway, we're going to move on, you guys. Like I said, we're going to sit here until this entire album has been listened to. So I'm going to jump on into the next song, you guys. Click on the channel, find that video, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.